Good day, everybody. How are you all? This is Dr. Nandi. Today we are going to talk about heat and temperature. So I share my computer screen with you. Heat and temperature, some salient features. What is heat? Heat is the transfer of thermal energy between two bodies at different temperatures. Heat flow increases the thermal energy of one body and decreases the thermal energy of the other. A good example of the heat flow is when you are scooping ice cream. You heat the spoon up with hot water and dip it in the freezing ice cream. The spoon warms the ice cream enough to be dipped, but when you pull the spoon out, it's cold. The high kinetic energy of the spoon transferred into the low kinetic energy ice cream changes the temperature in both objects. In chemistry, heat is defined as the amount of energy that is transferred from one system to its surroundings because of a temperature difference. Heat is important at the atomic level as it describes the atoms and molecules that are moving faster to produce such. The similarities of these two definitions help us to understand both the temperature and the energy production. Temperature is the way to measure the amount of heat energy available for work in a system. Temperature is a measure of the average kinetic energy of particles. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion. As the kinetic energy or motion of particles increases, the temperature rises. Heat is the flow of energy from a higher temperature to a lower temperature. Example, hot to cold. Essentially, heat is a transfer of energy between objects that are at different temperatures. Temperature is a direct measure of the average kinetic energy of the particles in an object. What is absolute temperature scale? Heat is usually released or absorbed, but sometimes the conversion involves light, electrical energy, or some other form of energy. In a technical language, heat means the exchange of thermal energy between two systems at different temperatures. In 1848, Lord Kelvin identified minus 273.15 degrees Celsius as the absolute zero, theoretically the lowest temperature attainable. Then he set up an absolute temperature scale, now called the Kelvin temperature scale, with absolute zero as the starting point. So what is Kelvin scale? The Kelvin scale measures the absolute temperature and zero is the absolute zero. The reason why we use an absolute temperature, Kelvin, is that temperature is not relative. There is a minimum value which is the coldest one. The absolute coldest temperature is 0 Kelvin. We can't get any colder because at this point no particles would have any kinetic energy. That means no motion at all. Temperature is a measure of kinetic energy. The coldest you get is no kinetic energy. However, the laws of physics, specifically the uncertainty principle, don't allow this. So what is absolute zero temperature? We cannot get close to 0 K, but only get some of the way there. Thus, the Kelvin scale is absolute because one of the reference points is set by the laws of physics as the actual zero. Relative temperatures, such as Celsius, on the other hand, have an arbitrary 0 degree point. In Celsius scale, that is the water freezing point. The temperature on the absolute scale is directly proportional to the molecular translational energy. This is the property directly measured by absolute temperature scale. So what is a system and what is a barometer? A system is defined as a collection of objects being studied. Work done on a system is defined as the component of the force in the direction of the motion multiplied by the distance. What is a barometer? A barometer is an instrument used to measure air pressure. The normal air pressure at sea level is 14.7 pound per square inch. Air pressure is measured by a barometer, as measured by a barometer, is an indication of the weather. So I'll stop here today. If you have any question or comment, write me a note. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. If you like this video, please share with your friends. You and your friends, please subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button at the bottom right corner. I'll be back next time with another interesting lecture or interesting solution to a math problem. Take care. Have a nice day. See you next time.